Okay, today we're gonna hopefully be figuring out how to get. We're gonna be moving our render logic for when we click on a stone in a moveType move, for the render to follow the mouse instead of hard coding it at this right here. Instead of doing this, what we're actually going to be doing is upon a clicking of a stone, upon a clicking on a stone, we're gonna populate an occupant with all the members of the top 5 stones that the space clicked on, render it at the mouse position, and then we also need to change this so that on a player's turn, every player's turn on a place, on moveType place, also renders an occupant that's populated with one member of that stone's color, or stone type and stone color. Yeah. Yeah, actually, we can just leave it here, so it's like we've got the we don't need an occupant filled with a member because we know it's just one, and we know it's at the mouse position, and know it's at the, depending on what stone it is. So we can keep all of this basically, but for all the move stuff, we need to do some more occupant logic instead of this busted stuff. Oh shoot. Crap. Sorry guys. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna fully figure that out today, but let's hope we can get some progress done. I guess start by gutting this. Okay, so basically wherever we place, hold on, where do we switch the move types? Right here. So yeah, if we're just on a moveType move without clicking on anything, we don't render a stone. But if we've got, if we click where the same logic we were doing yesterday, if we click in the, right here. So right here, if we click an illegal move, we need to take all of those members out and place them in a new occupant of mouseStones. So we're gonna give ourselves a mouseStones variable in our init, and we're gonna say that we're gonna populate it with empty it's like we don't need to populate the members until we know how many members to populate for. So we just need to give ourselves a variable called mouseStones, which is an instantiation of an occupant class, and its X and Y need to be tethered to the mouse position. So okay. Yeah, for right now, to test this stuff, what I'm gonna do is if we switch to a moveType move, so if up is pressed and we're moveType place, that would mean that we populate our moveType move, and then that would mean we populate. This is just to test this for now, because we don't want to populate this until we actually click on legal move. But I want to be able to test that we're actually rendering an occupant as expected. So it'll be easier to debug. So if we take a look at our parameters, we actually don't require any parameters here. So I guess that means if we're a moveType move, yeah, let me just, I guess. If moveType is equal to move, then we're going to go ahead and update our occupant mouseStone's X position to be equal to, what, mouse X? It's not quite that. It's like, because we don't want it to be rendered at the top left corner. We want to render it right around the middle. So if we take a look at our actual members, oh crap, that's not it. Right here. We need to offset the X by the X offset. See, but that's not even right. We need the stone highlight, not the move highlight. So yeah, we need our current X plus the X offset plus, holy crap, plus the outline. That makes sense since it's in the space when it gets placed in the space, but we're trying to place it on the mouse. So where do we place this? Oh, it's right here. We place it right here. This is the mumbo jumbo we need. We need its X to be the mouse X minus 60, and I guess the 60 is for the X offset, or? Oh yeah, and it depends on the stone select. Oh yeah, okay, well, yeah. I guess it's kind of silly to... I just want to see if the mouse occupant's rendering, so we don't need to do it exactly right. I just want to make sure it's populating. And then we can move it to the appropriate spot. So for right now, I'm going to say that we get the mouse master X, and we get the mouse stone's Y field gets assigned a mouse master Y. And then we would need to render this mouseStone occupant. But we would also need to give it a member, right? We would need to render the member. So we need to give a member 1 a stone type and a stone color. So we'll just say that the mouseStone's occupant dot members at index 1 in the field stone color gets, we'll just put black, and the mouseStone type would be stone type, and it would be a laystone. And then we need to render this occupant. Actually, we need to render the member. So we would say in our render here, we'd say, by the way, let's just render mouseStone at members 1. We want to render that. So that should only be populated if we're on a moveType move, but I just want to see if that's working. Of course, mouseStone's a nil value, 516. mouseStones is a nil value. So we need to populate mouseStones. See, there's got to be a better way to do this. I always run into this nonsense where it can't render it because it's not existing yet. But we have to. So does that mean if I just give ourselves a variable here called mouseStones? Yeah, it needs something. So we're going to say it's an occupant. But there's nothing in there, so it wouldn't do anything. Really? 517. No value. All right. Why? It's because the member is an empty table here. Okay. So we just need to give our mouseStones members 1 a not nil, or assign it to be a member object. So we'll just say members at 1 gets a member instantiation, and then now maybe we'll be able to run it. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to moveType move, and it should render a black stone at the top left of our cursor. And it crashes. 135 on the play state. Why would it crash there? I'm assigning it stone color as a string, right? Yeah, stone color is a string. Why would it crash like that? 135. Members 1. We give ourselves a members 1. I don't know. An occupant does have a dot members, which is an empty table. Then we're assigning into that table at index 1 a member instantiation. I guess we would just put the instantiation here then. So how about we put stone color then stone type here. So we say, hey, black laystone. And then we don't do this here. Now try crashing at that line. It's like, okay, I'll crash in the init, whatever. Really? Oh, rookie mistake. Wait. No, I've got it. mouseStones with an S. So why are you crashing now at 27? So why don't we just give you a 0, 0, so you don't think that's illegal? Really? Stack order. What are you even doing with stack order at this point? Stack order is nil. I don't get it, man. That's the one thing that I haven't been able to figure out with Lua, is how to get it to not be a nuisance like this with member 27. Really? Number 27. Self-stack order, so we need to give a stack order of 1, actually. But no, because we're not even trying to render it. I guess... No, we are trying to render it. Stack order. Stack order is an occupant? No, it's a member, so I gotta say. Members 1, by the way. Stack order is just 1. Okay, and now we should finally render a freaking black stone in our mouse location once we switch to moveType move. Hopefully. Oh, look at it, it's putting it right there already. 519. Fucker. 519. You crash at rendering it, but you rendered it. This is partly the reason why I wanted to get it working, because I knew it was going to be like this kind of a mess. God damn it. Why, dude? Why? But you're fine with that. You're fine with that. Jesus. Would you look at that? Attempt to index a nil value at 519. That's not nil. It's not nil. I'm sorry. Members 1 is not nil because you were just rendering it. Before we clicked move, you were rendering at 5. Fine. And then when we click move, with the up arrow, we give ourselves, we overwrite the occupant, so we don't need that. mouseStone's occupant. Yeah, we don't need to overwrite that. Okay, so that makes sense. Just delete that. So it'll be at 0, 0, then it should be at mouse X, mouse Y, once we're in move. And it shouldn't crash on the render. So it'll still render it at the beginning here over everything, but hopefully it'll move to our mouse. No, it does not. Okay, it's not the mouseStone's occupant X, it's the members 1.x. That's what we're trying to move. Okay. And then, you know, what I also want to do, if it's only render if it's a moveType move. So if moveType is equal to moveType, render it. So it shouldn't render it here. Good. And then it should hopefully render it at our mouse position. Nice. See how far off it is from our mouse X, because we didn't do the X offset or the offset for the center of the square. So we can do that real quick. So we're gonna say, so this proves that we can give ourselves a member. Now, I guess the thing is, we don't really need to store them in an occupant, because all an occupant does is help us. Actually, no, yeah, we do need an occupant because we need to be able to pick up more than one member. So an occupant is a container for the members, and a member is a container for all the different variables of a stone. So We do need it like that. We just wanted to do, what was it? We want to do that X offset for the update of our X position and Y position, our mouse for our tester. mouseStones. So we're going to say mouseStones in the update before our render. We're going to find where we're assigning that mouseStones X and Y right here. So it's going to get this minus the X offset. It's going to get this minus the Y offset. And then it's going to get also minus a half worth of however big a member's default is, which if we look in our constants, we should be able to see that we are a 120, so we need to shift it by 60 on both. So minus a 60 here and minus a 60 here, and if we did this right, now the mouseStone will be rendering at the mouse location, with the mouse cursor actually being in the very center of the stone. I wouldn't say very center, but it's very close to the center. What's going on there? See how it's not quite the center? See how we have this minus 60, minus 60? So maybe it's just minus 60. But that doesn't make much sense. Oh yeah, we don't need the X offset. Yeah, that's just for the grid. So yeah, it's just minus 60. So where were we? Oh lordy, where? Really? Where were you? It was right there. There we go. Okay, now it should be in the center. I'm hoping. Let's do this one step at a time. If we just give it our mouse masters at the very top origin point. No, it's wonky. So we do need the X offset, but that's why that shouldn't be the case. Because we're getting, see, we're shifting the mouse, not the mouse master. So that's very confusing to me. Why would the members X it's very confusing to me. Like, if we print, oopsie, if we print this up, mouse members X, I'm just gonna, so look. If we print up a I'm going to say mouseStone X here. Okay. And we're going to concatenate it with a string of the mouseStone, or what is it? mouseStone member 1 X. So So we're going to print that to the screen, and then we're going to compare it. We're going to compare that with the mouse master and see, because those should be the same exact number, and I don't get why they're not. Because they should render right on, they should be rendering in the top left, and it's jacked up. So this is mouse master X, and it's mouse master X, and then we do a 620. Okay. Really? 545. What I just did. Is all this crap? Yeah, we don't want this. We just want. Really? So we're actually, they are the same number as I expected. It's just being shifted, and I guess it's getting shifted because of the X offset, and we have the X offset because of the grid isn't in the very top left. It's kind of shifted down, so I guess we do just need to shift it by the X offset to get the top left alignment. But then why wasn't it? When we did that, we did the -60 and the X offset and Y offset. It still wasn't in the center, which is just the most confusing. Like, why? Here. So minus your little X offset, minus your little Y offset. Now, is that aligned in the top left? It is. It's off. Oh, it's because of the outline? Yeah, it's because of that outline. That's what it is. Okay. So now the outline... No. Oh, yeah. That's what I want. That's what I expect it to be when I just say mouse X and mouse Y. But it's not that simple because each member is actually being rendered right here. When we actually render it, we render it to include the offset and the outline of the grid space, because the grid it's in is shifted by the X offset and the outline distance in order to be in the center of the grid that we want. And this is in our member render class. So anytime we render any member, we need to negate the X offset and outline if we want it to render in the correct spot. Which makes sense, but wasn't what I was expecting. So now, if we do a -60 on both of those, now we should have it right in the center of our mouse, as expected. Yes. See, and it shouldn't move when we toggle it like that, so that's telling me it's right. Nice. Nice. Cool. So right now, instead of doing our old render logic for our mouseStone, we actually have given ourselves a mouseStone occupant instantiation with a member instantiation inside, and we're rendering just the first stone in that stack order. So that's kind of like the first step towards getting I'm actually kind of confused why it's a black stone right away, because we commented this out. I'm wondering if we can do a white stone here instead. and override it. I don't know where that black stone's coming from then, actually. Yeah. Okay, well. I don't know where that black stone's coming from. It just defaults to... It doesn't default. Oh, no, we do it up here. That's where it's coming from. In our play state up here. Yep, we do a black clay stone. Okay. Okay. I kind of hate for that to be the only thing I do today, but I'm just trying to take it one step at a time and not crazy burnout. So programming today is a success because I sat and programmed today. So I'm gonna take out this. You know, we made progress. We had to figure some stuff out, fix our assumptions. We take a look at our git diff, we'll see that what we do is give ourselves that mouseStone's occupant, populate its member with the appropriate info. Then we, if we're in a moveType move, we update that first member's X and Y location to be our mouse location. And then we render it. So yeah, we took out all of the render logic for the moveType move, and then we're slowly incorporating it back to scale it for more than one member at a time. So I want to get at everything to the staging area with a commit message saying started implementing mouseStone occupant for cursor location on moveType move. Cool. Push it. Call it a day. Maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow I can do a bigger session when I have more energy. A bigger session where we get more stuff done. But 30 minutes is okay, and I'm just going for 5 minutes a day, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we get more done.